What is up, everybody? This is Scott Porter back for day 3 of our unboxing series for the new HeroClix set, The Superior Foes of Spider-Man. We have seen many foes of Spider-Man so far, and a couple of allies as well. Some of the allies that we've seen from the recent Spider-Verse storyline. I'm hoping we get to see some of the villains from that Spider-Verse storyline. We haven't seen any yet. That would be Morlun and his family, Deimos and Verna. I really want to see Verna with her 3 hounds, Kravinoff and the other 2. I hope that we get to see them. We don't know what the chases are yet. On day 3, we haven't seen one yet. We haven't seen a single prime yet. We've only seen one super rare so far. That was Chameleon. What we have seen is some really cool iterations of some of these Spider-Man villains that we've seen a bunch of, and some really cool new pieces. We've seen some really cool Serpent Society pieces and some of the new Spider-Man allies. I hope that we get to see more of that. I hope we get to see, I don't know, Old Man Spider-Man, or we get to see maybe Cyborg Spider-Man, or some of the other really cool ones. Or we get to see another version of the Superior Spider-Man, the Doc Ock Spider-Man that was around when the Superior Foes actually were created. I know we have one of those pretty recently, with his little Mark II spider bots and everything, but I'm hoping to see a bunch of versions of our favorite friendly neighborhood spider. So hopefully we get to see many more versions of him. And Spider UK, that would be really cool. Or that Old Man Cosmic Spider-Man, maybe we get a new Cosmic Spider-Man. I don't know. But that's just what I hope we get to see. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to get to see, but I've been rambling for about 2 minutes now, so I'm just going to start opening. This is booster number 5 and booster number 6 of the brick that we have of the Superior Foes of Spider-Man. And without further ado, let's see what we pull today. All right, our first booster. Let's see. We have. Oh, I kind of fell down into a pile here. We have Black Mamba from the Serpent Society. We have a Cape Killer. Oh wow, Cape Killer from the Civil War series. We have, oh geez, Frogman. Didn't expect to see him anytime soon. We have Green Goblin, an all-white version of Green Goblin. If you haven't seen the first 2 videos, go back and watch them. But we've pulled, this will be our 4th all-white sculpt. There doesn't seem to be any differences between the stats or anything. It's just the sculpt. It seems to be all white. Maybe paint your own, maybe kind of make it your own. Last but not least, we have Anaconda. So we will take a look at their cards really quickly before popping open that second booster for today's video. Once again, the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, there's going to be a pre-release. You guys are going to be able to get your hands on these at the end of July, and then the set will actually come out proper in August. So make sure you swing by your local comic shop or game store. Let them know that you want to take part in that pre-release. Make sure they have enough product on hand. Let's take a look at these figures. We've got Black Mamba. She's got the same trait that the rest of the Serpent Society has. The sneak attack, where she can use phasing teleport. She can move 3 spaces, and at the end of it, make a close attack as long as she moved 3 squares or less. She also has special attack power, Dark Force Construction, with 3 S's in construction. Black Mamba can use Poison and Smoke Cloud. When she removes her Smoke Cloud markers, deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character occupying those squares. Wow. So you place them on your turn. Your opponent has a chance to move them as long as they're not pushed. If they don't do it when it starts your turn and you remove that marker, you're dealing a penetrating click of damage. She also has Ecstatic Trance with 3 S's once again. Give Black Mamba a free action to make a close attack targeting 1 opposing character occupying 1 of her Smoke Cloud markers. When she does and hits, that character can't be given a move action until your next turn. There is her card, front and back. And she has the Femizons, Masters of Evil, Serpent Society, and Spy. So there we go, Femizons. man, there's just a ton of Femizons. They could have made a whole entire set, just a Femizons set. Next, let's take a look at Cape Killer, who is an odd addition for this set as far as I'm concerned. Maybe somebody else out there will make the link. But they do have the Pro Registration, Shield, Stark Industries, and Armor keywords. So the Pro Registration team from the Civil War organized play event over the summer get some reinforcements in the Superior Foes of Spider-Man set. Has a special attack power called Take Him Down. Cape Killer can use Incapacitate when he does and targets a character 100 points or more. Modify his attack value by +1. Opposing characters hit by Cape Killer have the foot movement symbol until their next turn. So if they're a flyer or a swimmer, they just get grounded. That's a Cape Killer for you. You got Green Goblin. We haven't seen his sculpt yet painted by the manufacturer, but we get to take a look at the sculpt here as to be interpreted by you, I guess. If you want to go ahead and paint it up, take a look at it. Green Goblin has Hammer, Sinister Syndicate, and the Thunderbolts keyword. Everyone's a pawn. Green Goblin can use Mastermind and Toughness. Can use Mastermind regardless of point value if the friendly character shares a keyword. Has a special damage power. A team of incompetents. I have to show the way. Green Goblin can use Enhancement and Perplex. This Green Goblin comes in at 65 points. A lot of these characters are coming in low point values. They're all increments of 5. You have 45 or 50, 55, 60, somewhere in that range. I think it's all part of the WizKids initiative, kind of streamline the game, make it more accessible for new players, make it exciting and easily accessible for them, as well as keep it competitive for the rest of us that have been playing for a long, long time. A lot of shallow dials, though. I'm interested to see how this affects kind of the competitive tournament scene. We're going to go with Anaconda next. She has Femizons, Serpent Society, and Brute. Surprisingly, we've seen a lot of Anaconda over the years in Clix form. We haven't seen all of the other members of Serpent Society, but we have seen a lot of her. She has the Sneak Attack trait that they share amongst all the Serpent Society. She has Twisted Tangle of Lengthening Limbs. With those 3 S's, Anaconda can use Plasticity and Giant Reach of 2. Opposing characters within 2 squares and line of fire treat Anaconda as if she were adjacent for movement purposes. She also has Slipping Through the Small Spaces. Anaconda can ignore walls when making a close attack. So there's her card, front and back. There you go. Go ahead and you can pause and input the stats into HC Roams or whatever you guys want to do out there. Last but not least, we have Frogman. His only keyword is Spider-Man Family. Now the sculpt is actually pretty cool. There you go. You can see just bounding away. He has Sorry bounced into you again, which seems to be how Frogman always does things, just like randomly bounces into people, gets lucky, knocks them out. Frogman isn't dealt knockback damage. Give Frogman a free action to knock himself back 4 squares in a horizontal or vertical direction. After actions resolve, if this knockback was stopped by a character, Frogman knocks that character back 2 spaces. So positioning is going to be key with Frogman. That's pretty funny. Has another trait, I meant to do that. Don't look so astonished. When Frogman knocks back an opposing character and that character is KO'd by knockback damage, after actions resolve, give an action token to all opposing characters within 4 squares of the square the KO'd character last occupied. So it's kind of a funny way to kind of present him, but very real to the comic books. As far as how his powers work or how his luck seems to go. He's not the most skilled fighter. He just seems to always get lucky when he's in the fray. And the way that they represent that in his powers is kind of funny. Positioning is going to be key with that guy. Let's take a look at the next booster. Let's see what we get here. Oh, we have a Prime. The first Prime that we've seen. Oh, and we have one of my favorite characters as well in this pack. So let me pull these guys out, pop their cards out, give you a close-up look at them, a close-up look at all their cards. Geez Louise, they made these new card packs like Fort Knox to get into. You'll see when you get your hands on your first brick. Let's see, we have a J. Jonah Jameson. We saw him on day one. If you haven't seen those videos, go back, check them out. Make sure you get all caught up. We have Overdrive, who we have also seen, but actually we saw the white sculpt. So I'll show you just real quickly the actual paint job. Show you the dial real quick. So that's Overdrive. We don't need to look at Overdrive's card though. We've already seen him. We have, ooh, yes, we have Beetle. She looks great, actually. We have Beetle. We have Captain Stacy, who is our first Prime, who is the Prime version of the NYPD officer that we pulled in one of the other videos. And then we have the man himself, Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. That's what I'm most excited about. You know, hopefully we get Miles in this set. Hopefully we get another Spider-Man 2099. Hopefully we get we get a Kane. Hopefully we get a bunch of different versions of the Spider-Man, like Spider-Verse Spider-Man that we had, as well as like some of the really cool close allies that Spider-Man has. You know, Spider-Gwen, all those types, the punk rock Spider-Man. Hopefully we get to see a bunch of these in the set, although we haven't seen a ton of them so far. I know it's called the Superior Foes, and we have gotten a lot of enemies, but I'm hoping the allies make appearances as well. We'll take a look at Captain Stacy first. Here's the sculpt, and the first click of his dial here. Has a special damage power called Secretly Figured Out Who You Really Are. Okay. Captain Stacy can use Outwit. Characters who, with a power... Sorry, let me start that over. Captain Stacy can use Outwit. Characters with a power countered by Captain Stacy can't use Outwit, Perplex, or Probability Control. So he outwits something on your dial, and then you can't use any of those support powers. That's pretty cool. It's going to be useful against some of those villains, because you know, like Dr. Octopus, those guys, they all have Perplex and Outwit and all those stacking support powers. So moving on, we'll check out the Beetle. She looks great. She is one of the team members in the title of the set that we are currently looking at, the Superior Foes. She was actually one of the teammates in that book. Let's see what Beetle does. She has a trait superior to the other guys, which all the Superior Foes of Spider-Man have. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, if a character uses the Sinister Syndicate team ability to replace their attack value with Beetle's, after actions resolve, give that character an action token. Give hit characters an action token. Okay. So it seems like if she shares her attack value, she gives an incapacitate token, whereas Overdrive grants a different power to the person that was sharing the attack value with him. She also has a special move power called Mylar Wings. Beetle can use Running Shot. When she does, she breaks away automatically. She has Sinister Syndicate and Armor keywords. Here's her card real quick, front and back. Here you go. All right, last but not least, my guy Ben Reilly. If you guys don't know, the Ultimate Spider-Man animated cartoon, that Spider-Man actually makes an appearance in the Spider-Verse crossover story, which was really, really cool, from Disney XD. I happen to be in that show. I voiced the Scarlet Spider in that show, so if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and look it up in your local listings. Take a look at it. It's a lot of fun. That cartoon is a really good time, and I'm glad to be a part of it. But I do voice Scarlet Spider. We haven't really gotten into if it's Ben or if it's Kane or what kind of Scarlet Spider it is, so I have an affinity for just all of them. Here's what he looks like. with that old sleeveless hoodie. And let's see what he does. He's got the call in help from the Spider-Verse trait that all of these Spider-Verse characters have. Also has a special attack power, impact webbing. When Scarlet Spider makes a ranged attack, choose one for each hit target. Give that character an action token, or that character can't be moved or placed until your next turn. So kind of like webbing. And that's all that he has. I was hoping we'd see some more flashiness from him. But again, the game seems way more streamlined right now than it has in the past. Hopefully, it just becomes really accessible for new players, and it just makes the game easier, because I know when I don't play for months on end and I show up for a tournament for the first time, I sit down and I have to take like 20, 30 minutes to calibrate myself to just how much is going on in the game. Some really cool pieces today. The Scarlet Spider, we got our first Prime. We got another Superior Foe of Spider-Man and Beetle. We've got another one of these all-white sculpts for the Green Goblin. Pretty cool so far. Black Mamba, I think, is the best piece that we pulled today. She has some nasty combos. The Serpent Society, on a whole so far, seem very, very deadly. So I know fans of the Serpent Society are going to be really, really excited. Anyway, I'm stoked. I hope you guys are. Remember, the Superior Foes of Spider-Man pre-release happens at the end of July. The set comes out in August. Tune back in tomorrow for the 4th in our series of 5 unboxing videos for the Superior Foes of Spider-Man set. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope to see you on the battlefield sometime soon. And until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits.